Breathing, breath control. Underpinning all work on voice is breath, how we breathe, how we control the breath. Now, if you find that your voice fades towards the end of sentences, or it's not actually filling the classroom space, then you may have to consider how you're breathing. It may be a result of insufficient breath control. We're told when we're young, aren't we, to just take a deep breath and speak out. Invariably, for most people, that means lifting the shoulders and, of course, tension there. That's not what we need. Some students will say to me, some clients, "Oh, I can't breathe. I'm no use at breathing. I just don't know how to do it." Well, they can, they do, and they are, else we wouldn't be having that conversation. But of course, what we know is that the breath we use for everyday conversation isn't sufficient when we need to address groups for longer periods and use breath in large spaces. So we need more breath control. Day-to-day breathing is just not enough. Now, obviously, even in a one-to-one situation, once we have a cough or any chest infection, we can soon see how the breathing mechanism is affected. So we're going to take a look at centered breathing, that is, breathing with support. We'll just look at the abdominal muscles and see the role they play in helping to extend the breath supply, the action of the diaphragm. It's only a simple look, not going to get too technical, but I want you to aim for relaxed breathing, and in return you'll have more power, more sustainability, and of course more vocal confidence in the classroom. A few breathing exercises then. Now, this is a very simple care and awareness course. We're not going into depth and detail, as I mentioned earlier. If it were a much longer course, we would probably do lots of floor work and really sense where those muscles are and really explore our bodies and how they work. But this is just a simple course. But I want you at the end of it to have said goodbye to shallow, snatched breathing and to use more controlled use of the diaphragm. Because shallow, snatched breathing in the classroom isn't going to help the voice carry, it's not going to do anything for your confidence, and of course you're going to have lots of wear and tear. So we're going to try to breathe from the abdomen and control the out breath. Control of the out breath is most important, so your voice will have smooth carrying power. Now then, most people, well, lots of people actually, prefer to sit down when they're doing breathing exercises, and that's okay, whatever works for you. Don't worry about them, don't get too hung up on them. In time you will, familiarise yourself with all these little tricks of the trade. So just think about sitting in the chair, bum firmly towards the back of the chair so you're absolutely supported and the spine is nice and straight. And practice taking breath in through the nose. So now what you want to do is not to go, so no raising of the upper chest and the shoulders, but just feel the movement there in the lower ribs. So put your hands by your lower ribs, and when you breathe in, you should feel expansion there. So breathe in through the nose and feel expansion there. The ribs are widening and the lungs are filling. Refer back to the diagram where we saw how the ribs swing apart to allow the lungs to fill, and the action of the diaphragm is then actually, and the abdominal muscles, sending the breath supply back. So you should feel the movement here. Feel the ribs widening. So we're concentrating on movement here and not movement up and down from the shoulders. So take a breath in for, say, the count of 5 and hold it, and then just let the breath out steadily to the count of 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, very gently, and then more breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have more breath, and I'm not using any volume at the moment, but just want you to practice taking breath in through the nose, holding it and letting it out to the count of 5, 10, 15, and until you can reach 20 very comfortably. The idea of course is to speak on one breath, and that should be possible with practice for about 40 to 45 seconds without having to take another breath there. If you're unsure that your ribs are actually moving, another exercise is just to put your elbows on your knees and cup the chin in the hands. Okay. Now you're going to take a breath in through the nose and feel the ribs swing apart, swing outwardly. So breathing in. And out. Now actually this is easier if you're unsure about the diaphragm or the rib movement. If you're sitting in this position, you should be able to feel the movement in your back. The ribs are moving. We have that movement, the wide movement in the lower back. So try it again. Breathe in and out. And you feel the movement there. If you're unsure, ask a partner or a colleague just to put their hands there, upper back, and you will feel the movement there. It's the ribs are widening. So in through the nose again, and this time let the breath out on the shh sound. Okay? Breathing in. I could go on. What you're aiming for is a steady shh, not shh, 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 and a quick outburst shh, and then shh, shh, nothing at the end. So a smooth breath in, shh, a steady flow, and feel the movement there. Try it on the sound of a f, okay, F. Feel the sensation there. I could go on for much longer, and so will you with practice, but this is just to feel the sensation there, get the steady flow, and then feel the movement in the ribs. They're broadening, the lungs are filling. Try a V. Okay. You're feeling the vibration there, and you're aiming for a steady outflow, not that sort of thing. So in, and there are lots of combinations you can try. A zzz, feeling the sensation there, but aiming for this steady, smooth flow. Now when you're practicing, when you're working on your breathing exercises, have fun with them. Don't be hard on yourself if you don't get them right or you can't extend the breath right away. Relax and enjoy them. When you're doing the outward, feel the air escaping, feel that sensation, because that helps with work of consonants too. For the s, again air escaping, and for z, feel the tingle. So all sorts of sensations. Start to be aware of the different qualities of sounds and how we form them, and the different sensations in the mouth when the lips and tongue are working.